Well, hello everyone, and as you can tell, we're outside today. Is a beautiful August day.
It's
what does
gorgeous.
that mean?
That means two things.
We've got screaming kids.
And July stats are here, and the rain has stopped.
And so nice, oh my God. Okay, so for all of you guys who are viewing this from other parts of Canada, and you're thinking about moving to Edmonton, you've heard about all this monsoon rain, this is not normal. This is the first time it's happened in all of history. So this is what we're used to.
That's right.
So without further ado, let's take a look at those July stats.
All right.
First of all, we're gonna go over the selling price. We're gonna go category, then we're gonna take a look at the listings, then we're gonna take a look at the sales, we're gonna take a look at the inventory, we're gonna do some fun stuff with the high rollers, and last we'll end up with how many days on market. So let's go ahead, let's take a look at the prices.
All right, so the prices for all of the residential sectors on average for July was $445,000, which is down 1.7 from last month, but overall up 2.9% from last year.
Yeah, because it's down from last month, that's no surprise.
Yeah.
Remember, these are July stats. Last month, what they're talking about is June. So
That's right.
June was part of the spring market, very, very busy.
Yeah.
Normal for things to be down a little bit. So when we're going break it down by category, the first one is detached.
The first one is detached, and the average of that was $577,000, which was up slightly 0.2% from last month and up 1.3% from last year.
Now that's average. We do need to preface this by mentioning that the average takes into consideration every sale price, meaning that if there was some extremely high price, that's included, and some really extremely low price, that's included.
That's right.
More realistically, what we need to talk about is median price. Median price is where they actually take out that really, really high price, that one high sale, and a really low sale. And then we come up with the more realistic median price. And what is that for that category?
For that category, it's $515,000, which is down slightly, down 1.9% from last month, and down slightly of minus 0.5% from last year.
Yeah, that's a huge difference from what the average is saying. Average is saying 577. And you're going to see that in a little bit. We're going to tell you about the high rollers, so you'll see why that price is such a big difference. So let's go ahead and take a look at the duplexes.
So the duplexes averaged $427,000, which was down slightly of minus 0.6% from last month and minus 1% from this time last year. Now, if we look at the median prices, it's only $420,000, so not a big difference. Up slightly 1.2 from last month and down slightly 1.7 from last year.
Yeah, that's interesting that the duplex, the attached market is down a little bit. I think we mentioned this last time we were talking about our June stats. What's happening there is last year when inventory levels were much, much tighter, the builders recognized that there was a need in the marketplace for attached duplexes and attached townhouses, and they started building like crazy. And this year, we're now seeing all that inventory come up, and that's why we're seeing what's happening here. It's not major. It's not like the market is shifting. It's just normal stabilization. So let's take a look at the townhouses now.
So the townhomes averaged $286,000, which was down 3.9% from last month and down overall 1.2% from last year.
Yeah, again, same reason.
Yeah.
Now, the most affordable way to get into the market is by buying an apartment-style condo.
Exactly. So
and what is that?
The average apartment-style condo was $208,000, which was down slightly of 2.5% from last month and 2.5% from this time last year.
Yeah, and again, the same thing could be said about the median numbers. When you take out the highest sale and the lowest sale, you get a little bit of a different median number.
Yeah.
So how much is the median?
The median
this time?
was 191, so a little bit lower.
Yeah. So again, you're going to take a look. We're going to show you those high rollers, and then you'll see why those numbers are skewed a little bit. But let's take a look at the new listings. So for the month of July, how many listings did we have?
355.
3,000.
3,000, sorry, and 55, which was up 0.7 from last month, but it was down slightly 1.2% from last year.
So that's interesting. Now, remember, last year, 2025 was a record-breaking year with the record low amount of inventory.
Yeah.
And yet, we are seeing here July, we have actually less inventory this July than last July by 1.2%. How interesting is that?
That is interesting.
All the other so-called experts are talking about how the market is balancing, how it's going into a buyer's market.
Well,
not so much.
Not so much. Our total inventory is 6,151, which translates to 3.7 months of inventory, which still favors the seller's market.
Yeah, very much so. And just to put that into context, what does that mean, 3.7 months of
So
inventory?
that means if we took no new listings from today on, it would take 3.7 months for all of the listings to sell potentially.
That's right. That's not very long. Now,
No.
just to put that into perspective, an average kind of a balanced market should be around 6 months.
Yeah.
And anything greater than 6 months is considered a buyer's market. So we're nowhere near a balanced market. We're nowhere near a buyer's market. We're still very much in the seller's market.
That's right.
In some segments of the market, we're seeing a lot of multiple offers.
Yep.
And in others, not so much. Just
That's
depends
right.
on your area. So make sure you contact us and let us know which area you're in so that we can concentrate specifically on your community and we can send you a video just like this, just on your community.
That's
But
right.
let's move on. Let's take a look at what else have we got here? Sales.
Sales. So for this month, July, we had 1,684 sales, which is down 7.4% from last month and down a total 12.8% from last year.
So again, very interesting. Not so much the month over month. July numbers being down the amount of
That's
sales from
pretty normal.
June, that's normal. Of
Yeah.
course, there's less people available. They're all gone on holidays to enjoy this beautiful summer weather.
Yeah.
But what's interesting is 12.8% less sales in Edmonton this year in the month of July
That's right.
versus last year. Now
Yeah,
that's again,
that
we're
is-
talking about record-breaking amount of activity last year compared
Yeah.
to this year. So not a huge surprise, but quite a surprising number. 12.8% is significant.
Yes, it is significant
So,
for sure.
so it is a less amount of sales that happened in the month of July.
Yeah.
Now, let's go into some fun stuff. This is where you'll get to recognize the difference between average and median and why.
That's right. So
Let's break it down by category.
we're talking about the high
The
rollers.
high rollers,
That's
yeah.
right. So the high rollers, the most expensive home that sold in the month of July in the city of Edmonton for the detached was 3.1 million. That's
Yeah, and you're
that's
gonna
quite a
see
house.
that. That's a beautiful, beautiful property. We're
Yeah.
gonna put it on the video there for you so you
Yeah.
can see. You really do get a mansion of a property here
That's
in
right.
Edmonton for $3 million. Like
That's
it is
right.
a fabulous property,
Yeah.
but it does skew our numbers quite a bit. So,
It does.
And moving on, what's
And
next?
The duplex, the highest sale of a duplex was 1,212,500.
So 1,212,000. So how crazy is
That's a
that?
fancy
That's
duplex.
a half duplex, not the
Yeah.
whole thing, half.
Yeah.
And in Edmonton, a half a duplex to be over $1.2 million, that's a pretty amazing property.
spectacular.
So again,
That's
you'll
right.
get to see that here. So you'll see if you're coming in from Vancouver or Toronto,
Yeah.
you're going to be blown away about what you can get over here for 1.2 million.
Yeah.
Let's go take a look at the townhouses.
All right. So for townhouses, the most expensive one in the month of July sold for 645,000.
Now remember, a townhouse is attached on both sides most of the time.
Yeah.
This actually isn't as expensive as all that.
No.
Our average townhouses are going for
286,000. So that's not too bad.
triple, but we are having some developers really focus in on some really nice high-end townhomes.
Yeah,
So
for
this
sure.
isn't out of the realm of normal. We do have some townhomes that are well over $1 million as well. But about apartment style. Now, how
No.
much was the average apartment style?
The average or the highest, the average apartment style was 208,000 for the month of July, and the highest sale of an apartment style condo for the month of July was a whopping 920,000.
That's a nice apartment style condo. Take a look at that. That's not just any apartment. So
Yeah.
remember, average 200. This one's selling for 900. That's
Significantly
significant.
more.
Remember the last month in June, there was one that sold for well over $1 million. That was
Yeah.
pretty interesting.
Yeah.
So now that was the fun stuff. Now let's take a look at what's happening. How long are homes lasting on the market before they're sold?
All right. So for the detached segment, they are taking on average 37 days on the market versus 30 days this time last year.
Last year, right.
Yeah.
So remember last year, record-breaking year. So it is taking a little longer, but only 7 days longer.
Yeah.
Not a lot. How
Not too
about
bad.
the duplexes?
So the duplexes this year is 43 days versus 29 days last year.
And
So a little bit
remember,
more.
that makes sense because we have more inventory of duplexes.
That's right.
So again, that's not a surprise.
Nope.
But 40 days is still not that long.
Nope. And for townhomes, it's 40 days now versus 29 days last year. And
So
again, to be expected.
Same thing applies.
Yeah.
What about apartment style condos?
Apartment style condos a little bit longer again at 56 days on average versus 47 days this time last year.
Right. And so average all residential?
All the segments together is 42 days versus 34 days last year.
So let's put this into perspective. 34 days last year for all residential combined. That is incredibly quick.
That is still quick.
Very
quick.
fast.
Yeah.
I mean, You and I both experienced Fort McMurray markets. You experienced
right.
Vancouver,
Calgary.
Calgary. So you know that this is a very, very short time to be on the market before you're sold.
Definitely.
Now we're a little bit longer this year, but still not very long.
Not long at all. It's still a very healthy market.
You're thinking about selling. This is still a great time to sell.
Yep.
Contact us below for any information you want, whether it's on your specific community, which we'd be happy to record a video exactly like this, focusing just on your community, or call us and we'd be happy to assist you with any of your buying decisions. Maybe you're considering purchasing in the Edmonton area and you're not sure what is a good deal or not. That's our job. That's what we can do for you. Thanks very much for watching the video all the way to the end. Please subscribe, like, so we can continue creating this kind of content.